I've never heard come together quite like that. That's awesome. That's Scott and the CSL band, everybody. How about it? Right, Ethan. Happy Sunday. Welcome. We're going to ask you to please silence your cell phones. Come on in, folks. Come on in. Find a seat. It's that time for our opening song, One Big Family. We're going to ask y'all to stand up and stretch, and we're going to sing together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and...
Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, say hello to somebody around you. Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. All right, all right, all right, all right.
Woo! Good morning. All right. Everybody looks fabulous. Getting all ready for Turkey Day, as my kids used to call it. It's Turkey Day. It's Turkey Day. All right, let's see what's going on this week. Oh, don't forget, December the 8th is Child Help. So you can go there and just watch the show for a $20 donation, or you can sign up for a child. I don't know if they still might have some openings. I'm not sure. But it's a wonderful thing. These children have been displaced from their homes because of drugs or abuse or whatever, and they really, they're just so happy to have an adult there that's sharing the day with them. So it's a wonderful, wonderful organization. They do great work. So, and
Fundraiser. Guess what? We're having a fundraiser. And we have a lot of tickets left. Woo! All right, here's the scoop. You guys buy fundraising tickets to the Desert AIDS Project, to the this and the Cancer Society, but you're not buying them here at the center. So I need you to kick in and start filling up these tables quick. We have DJ, my favorite DJ from Oscars is going to be here playing songs. We're going to dance. We're going to have the best time. But please, 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 we only have 2 more weeks. Let me sleep a little bit better at night knowing that our whole gala's sold out. So bring you and several friends and just start grabbing tables. 849 is going to cater it. This place turns into the most magnificent ballroom. This is the dance floor. The DJ's up here. We're going to celebrate Dr. Laura. Ken Gordon's going to be here. Charles is going to be here and his family. It's going to be a great celebration. So if you attend fundraisers in the Valley, let's support your own center. What do you think? Yes? Yeah. So. Yes. Tickets are available after the service. Please see Ross on the patio. Great.
Remember, it's a fun fundraiser.
Fun fundraiser.
A fun fundraiser, all right? And so next Sunday, we're having author meet and greet. So we have quite a few authors that are members here. And they're going to be out on the patio selling their books and also autographing them. So it's a great way to support them and get an autographed book, right? All right. So our wonderful, wonderful Rainbow Alliance is hosting a potluck. It's going to be here on Thanksgiving. The church is going to provide the turkeys, but you guys are going to provide the sides, all right? So we need you to go to the Rainbow Alliance, write down what you're going to bring and how many of you they're going to be, because we want to make sure we have enough turkeys. We want to make sure we don't have too many, okay? So please do that today. Ross will be out there on the
and you know what? Let's talk about that real quick. It's, if you're by yourself on Thanksgiving, there's no need to be. There's a great group of people. We usually have, 30 to 50 people show up, and wonderful opportunity to spend with community. And if there's just one or two of you and you don't want to make a whole dinner together, make a side and join in, because it really is a nice affair. The Rainbow Alliance does a great job putting it together, and God knows people bring their best dish. So if you don't want to make the whole thing, you bring one to pass, and you'll be all set.
And wouldn't it be nice to spend Thanksgiving with like-minded people?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, holy cow, we may run out of room now.
With your spiritual family, right.
Bring some of your friends.
I remember our dear friend Jeff Young said, just because we shared a womb doesn't mean we have to share a turkey. All right? So I think that's brilliant. And so this is your family here, too. All right? So we're having our toy drive still. Please bring your unwrapped new toys so we can distribute them throughout the different charities in the valley, okay? And before December 22nd. And then our food drive. We're still collecting for the holidays and for the food drive. Remember, non-perishable goods for that. Okay.
All right.
And you are in for a treat today.
You are in for an amazing treat today. So.
Yes. This young lady, she is amazing. She's recorded with the Jacksons. She is currently touring with, remember the Fifth Dimension, y'all? Mm-hmm. Yes. This is Patrice Morris. Please put your hands together for her. She's amazing.
Oh, come on, you ready? We're right here. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I like living this kind of life. I'm living a blessed life. I like living this kind of life. I'm living a blessed life. Say it again now. I like living this kind of life. Yeah. I'm living a blessed life. Oh, I like living this kind of life. I'm living a blessed life. Can timber mountains, they will be moved. I can speak to dreams, they will come true. I can tell my troubles to get away. God gave me the power to make my day. I'm no longer walking on sinking sand. I'm just steady resting in my Father's hands. I'm blessed when I come and when I go. Every day I'm living in overflow. I like living this kind of life. Oh, yeah. I'm living up. I like living this kind of life. I'm living a blessed life. Well, I can speak to mountains, they will be moved. I can tell my dreams, they will come true. I can tell my troubles to get away. God gave me the power to make a day. I'm no longer walking on sinking sand. I'm just steady resting in my Father's hands. I'm blessed when I come, and when I go. Every day I'm living in the overflow. Well, I'm living a blessed life. I like living this kind of life. I'm living a blessed. Say it again now. I like living this kind of life. I'm living a
Wonderful. Wow. Let's hear it for this band, these backup singers. Amazing. And you have CDs available today, right? You have CDs, and you perform at Bernie's on Fridays and Sundays, which is close by, and you do Wang's, and she's all over the valley. So let's hear it for Patrice, everybody. Wow, amazing. All right, so every week we talk about our mission statement. What's interesting about our particular center, we're at the center of Palm Desert in the center of the Coachella Valley. And we're just emanating all this love and light into the community. And so that's what we've been doing here for 40 some odd years, 46 years. So let's do our mission statement together. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. And so now let's welcome one of our ministerial students, William. Come on up, William.
Well, good morning, everybody. Wow, that was a great round of applause. I appreciate it. So, the week of Thanksgiving, a time when we reflect upon what has been given in our lives, that giving of thanks. From the time of the Pilgrims, when they first had that dinner, as I said last service, the first supper. But But with gratitude and thanksgiving in your heart, it gives you energy, doesn't it? It does me. Christmas. Heck, Grandma's cooking for that matter. Whew. Thank you, Lord. But it gives you energy. And that's that inner dwelling of the Spirit of God within you, aligning with itself, expressing as itself to another. But yet, it's just interacting with its own. So with that energy in you, welling up inside, what is mine to do? Do I hold it in like a balloon, not expressing it, not sharing it? That's not right. That's not life. Life is about expressing, connecting one with another, seeing the divinity in somebody else, and yet knowing it's the divinity within yourself. With that energy in you, do not wait for somebody to ask you for help. That lady, or heck, that elderly gentleman trying to put groceries into their car at Albertsons. The way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your peace will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your truth will light my way. And your love will light my way, and your joy will light my way, and your peace will light my way, and your truth will light
my way.
And in this place of peace and harmony and quiet and just deep, deep inner knowing, as we sit in that place, knowing that God is all there is, that there is joy and beauty and light, that Spirit is love and joy and gratitude, and that all the things that we feel and all the things we express, our Spirit expressing as us through us. And I am so thankful and grateful for this expression, knowing that we are one with God, with these beautiful qualities of Spirit that are present for each of us in each moment, in each breath, in each knowing. And as this oneness takes us over and fills us up, I know and declare that we are love and gratitude and beauty and joy expressing in life, through life, as the best life. And that as this life unfolds today and every day, that we are open and receptive to others, to giving, to receiving, to all of the beautiful gifts that will come our way. And knowing that all that good is ours to have and to experience and give back in this life. I am so thankful that as these words are spoken, they are complete and done in the mind of God. And they are lovingly and gratefully released into the law, knowing that love takes it from here. And we let it go and let it be, and know this together by saying, and so it is. Amen.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I awake in this holy silence. I hear all that has never been said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. Holy silence, we hear all that needs to be said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. Oh, and I find God, I find myself. And in this unity we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. We are one. We are one. and live in harmony, and peace has come. 'Cause we are one, and peace has come. 'Cause we are one.
There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to leave me. Never said there wouldn't be trials. Never said I wouldn't fall. Never said that everything would go the way I wanted to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel all hope is gone, I just lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Oh, Lord. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to leave me. Oh, no, He didn't bring me out here to leave me lonely. And when I can't see clearly, I know that You are with me, so I can't. Oh, no, no. Oh, I've come too far. I've come too far from where I started. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. Oh, I don't believe. Yeah. Well, I said I can't give up now. Oh, no, 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 no. I've come too far. I've come too far from where I started from. And nobody told me, no, 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 that this road would be easy. Oh, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I've come too far. Oh, nobody told me. No, no, no. Roses, oh, I don't believe You brought me this far to leave me. Oh, I don't believe You brought me this far to leave me. No, 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 no. Don't believe You brought me this far. to leave me. Yeah, yeah.
Hallelujah.
Trying to condense 30 years of extraordinary growth in a couple of minutes. I've been 30 years in the teachings in San Diego, in Phoenix, and here. One of the most important things that happened to me, one of the greatest revelations, was I came here, and maybe like a lot of people, I suffered from really chronic self-esteem. And I never thought I was worthy. I grew up in a kind of an abusive household and was told many, many times that I was stupid or I couldn't make it. And I bought into that. But one Sunday, when Reverend Joe, I hope I can say this, when Reverend Joe was being ordained, Mrs. Hooper, Mother Hooper, looked into Joe's eyes and said, "Joey, you would never change anything. You're perfect the way you are." I cannot tell you what that did for me, because in our teachings, we all are one. So at that moment, Joe's mom was my mom. And she was looking at me and telling me I was okay. I cannot tell you. I went home and cried for days. But then the miracle happened. My self-esteem shot up. My business career zoomed. And what I want to assure everyone, the ministers here, the practitioners, the congregants, you can trust. You can be vulnerable. You can laugh. You can do anything you want. They always have your back. And if I could just say, anybody that's new to our center, that's just here for the first 2 times or so, or thinking about it, friends, come. Just come, sit down, and listen. Miracles will happen in your life that you'll never, ever figured it was going to happen.
You done good, Mom. Not only with me, you're passing it on. I like that. No, and I do appreciate that. One thing I was always brought up, my parents were always very, very supportive and very loving, and you know, whatever you wanted to be, you could be, and there was never any judgment around that. So, you know I gave my mother many trials and challenges, as Patrice sang about so beautifully, but she's a remarkable woman. So thank you for having me, Mom. All right. Let's make this a Thanksgiving to remember. Would you like that? Yeah. I would love that too. So let's go together. When asked if your cup is half empty or half full, I have a new response for you. You ready? I'm thankful I have a cup. You know, many times we take a lot of stuff for granted. We take a lot of stuff for granted. I'm just grateful to have a cup right now. I mean, I may not have everything that I want, but I sure have a lot, and I'm glad I have a cup. I don't need to have the debate over, is it half empty, half full? No, I'm just grateful to have a cup. Let's try to make this a Thanksgiving to remember. For most of the year, we can duck and dodge the pressures of thankfulness, and most people do, openly admitting to having a terrible time accepting compliments, much less the larger implications of being truly loved. So I'm one of those people who dodge compliments. Are you ever one of those people that when someone says, "Oh my gosh, your outfit looks really nice," and you go, "What, this whole thing?" I got it at Steinmart. At Ross. This whole thing. Or they tell you that they love you, and your response is, "Well, I love you too." And it's always an auto response. And it's almost like it's an automatic response that you just are not willing to sit. I saw it last night. It was phenomenal. If you haven't seen it yet, I implore you to go check it out. After you buy your ticket to the gala, then you go right on over and buy her CD, then you head right on over to the theater and watch that movie, because he talked about that. He talked about some of the difficult situations that we find ourselves in and unable to give and receive from the people that make us and create us. Sometimes it feels like we live in a world which putting another down is considered funny. Punishing children's spirit, often misunderstood. Relationship with life is commonplace. And the result, widespread depression, is written off. Sometimes we think putting other people down, people laugh about that. Jokes are told about it, and people feel like when you pass judgment, it's just better because I feel greater because they feel lesser. And it's a challenging thing to be around. I mean, I know sometimes I have judgment. Did you know that sometimes I judge people? Yeah. Imagine that. And I'll admit it, sometimes when we go out and we'll see things, I'll see somebody with, some young kid, right? With hair that's just like every color of the rainbow and sticking out. And immediately in my mind, I go to a place, I'm like, well, what the hell? Why did you do that? But that's judgment, and that's actually taking his creativity and punishing him because he wants to be creative and unique. Why do I care? I'm just jealous he has hair. I wish I could get mine to do anything. This, right? Mess. And we write off our depression as a result of that. It's easier to just go ahead and write everything off and write people off than it is to start dealing with what we can do to change our lives in that direction of gratitude. Maybe it's long overdue for each of us to embark on an individual campaign to be recognized and respected and valued for our unique gifts and talents. Not as an exercise in narcissism, but as an exercise in receiving and then experiencing and then expressing that gratitude again. Maybe we need to embark. If you want Thanksgiving to remember, maybe we should start being able to step in and allow people to say wonderful things about us. And even though we might cringe down to our shoes, we just allow ourselves to receive it and say thank you. And mean it. And not feel compelled to throw one back at them. But just to allow ourselves to experience it just for a while. Not for narcissistic things, but because we allow ourselves to experience it. Once we allow ourselves to experience it, it begins to express and begins to rotate in the law of reciprocity. So then we experience it, we share it, we experience it, we share it, we experience it, we share it. It requires us to at least be engaged in the game. If we don't get to experience it, then we can't share it. And if you do, and it becomes shallow because you're not that complete, whole, total person who's able to accept and give. Does that make sense? Yes. So let's allow ourselves to just move into receiving things easily so we can practice gratitude, so then the universe will give us more things to be grateful for. The fourth step in our prayer process, the way we pray, is we give great thanks for the gift that's already been given. So when we're saying thank you and we're being grateful, the gift has already been given, and now we need something else to expand on that. Here we go. When we receive and feel gratitude, we want the whole world to feel the same way. We surrender our isolation. When I'm in gratitude, I mean real gratitude, not the kind that I judge, but the kind that really I know someone's really deeply grateful for something in my life, that the whole rest of the world goes away for a while. Even if it's just for a few minutes. I don't care what's on TV. I don't care about what my problems are. In that moment, I leave that isolation of my human contact and bask in that feeling of allowing myself to be grateful and to be appreciated. We come out of our shells. We reach back to embrace the one who graced us with their spiritual generosity. Allow yourself to be spiritually enriched and grace them with generosity instead of a defense mechanism. Any of this sound familiar? Yeah. JFK said, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. I'm going to give you a challenge this week. And it's something that I've noticed lately. The word thank you is tossed around a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? A nurse comes in, takes care of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's change the two words this week, let's change those two words to I appreciate you. Because people are programmed to hear the word thank you. It becomes almost, it becomes rote. But if you were to switch those words up, I appreciate you. Imagine telling your nurse, thank you. No, so you know what? Hang on. I really appreciate you. They're giving of themselves to take care of you. Imagine how that will change the dynamic. How it will change. They're going to go like this. They're going to be like, wait, what? So change the words this week for thank you, because sometimes it's so rote and trite, to I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Whether it's the clerk at the gas station who takes the money, or your dry cleaner, or whoever. Whoever you run, I appreciate you. Whenever you're using the word thank you, change it to I appreciate you. And you will shift the dynamic, because they're going to take a look at you differently in that, just for that 1 second. Do you understand what I'm saying? So how can we practice gratitude? Take note. This means to live with awareness. We are often tempted to see nothing but our own reality. It takes little more than a brief trip to cities or countries just beyond ours to be reminded of the great blessings we as a nation and individuals have received. Man, I tell you what, you don't need to go far. You don't need to go far to take note that there are people around here that are suffering, and that, I have so very much to be grateful for. It puts us in a real challenge sometimes, doesn't it? Sometimes we ignore what we see, and we try to avoid it. Does anyone ever do that? 2 people, really? You gotta be kidding me, all right? I have one for you. And it's a challenge, because it challenges me to the core sometimes. You go to Costco, and you're leaving Costco, and there's going to be someone on the curb asking for money. Do you avoid looking at them? Do you judge them? What do? Are you looking at someone who doesn't have something, or are you judging them and saying, oh, well, what's around? Well, they have a bike, they're okay. Well, they have this, that's okay. Are you really paying attention to the humanity around you and the suffering that people that have mental illness or unemployment, whatever it is? Are you paying attention to it, or are you judging it and walking away from it and trying to avoid eye contact with it? Because making eye contact is uncomfortable. I love Mr. Rogers, that movie, oh my gosh, because that's what he talked about. He said, let's talk about the uncomfortable things. Maybe we need to talk about those uncomfortable things and how we can change that. I've always said, recommend that get a little gift card from Ralph's for $5, tape it to an old Creative Thought magazine, hand it to them. Do something, though. Stop trying to avoid contact, because guess what? You are blessed. We are all, I'm looking around this room, there is too much perfect hair color and outfits to assume that all of you are not blessed. All right? In some way, shape, or form, we're all so very blessed. Let's take that blessing and share, even to the least of our brothers, which we can do for them. What can I do for them to make that change? Be aware. Open your eyes to the world around you. It will shock you, but it will also cause you to be grateful. Trey and I drive around a lot, and he's a very emotional guy, and he gets very emotional when he sees homelessness, and he will be the first person to run back and say, I got to run back and give that person some money in their cup because they're playing music or something. Whatever they're doing, he just runs back to take care of everybody. And I'm not talking a whole bunch, but he does something. If everybody did something, imagine how we could shift the needle just as a faith community of 600 people that attended services today. We're at the center of Coachella Valley, at the center of Palm Desert. This word emanates out into the world. You are its vehicle by which it moves and acts and has its beingness. And so this is calling you into action. And when that happens, we feel grateful. I'm just grateful to be able to do that. Does that make sense? Take inventory. Have you stopped to count the blessings in your life lately? Many of us have a tendency to focus on what's wrong, which gives us a distorted picture of life. It's so easy to focus on everything that goes wrong, isn't it? And I do that too. It's just it's the natural inclination. Something's broken, I need to fix it. But in its broken state, I forget the things that are working right. While I'm trying to fix something, I'm ignoring the things that are working. I need to be grateful for the things that are working and spend more time being grateful for those things so that those things can continue to expand and express, and spend less time focusing on the things that are wrong and be more trusting. I love that line in your song. What was it? God hasn't gotten me this far. What was it?
Brought me this far to leave me.
Hasn't brought you this far to leave you. The universe hasn't brought you this far to leave you. That's a great line. That's a great line. And we forget that sometimes. Sometimes, and I'll say it, sometimes in my ignorance, I ignore the law. Sometimes in my ignorance, I forget that. Because I think it's all or nothing in this moment. Because I'm a drama queen. Right? I'm hyperbolic. I make big deals out of everything. Right? I'm Joe and a hyperbolic. Hi, Joe. I started a support group of drama queens. We're going to meet and really expand our problems and awareness of them. Would that be a fun group to be in, though? You know why? Because you'd take one look at your problems, you go, I'm getting the hell out of here. That one is too far away from me. Get me out of here. Take action. Turn your attitude of gratitude into action of appreciation. It's one thing to live in an attitude of gratitude. It's another thing to live in an action of appreciation, actually acting on it. An attitude is just a feeling. Action requires action. Do something good for someone else. The universe has given you plenty, so share it. It didn't give it to you solely for your own benefit. That's like we're talking about the Thanksgiving dinner that's going to be held over at Costa Hall on Thursday. Look, if you don't have a place to go, you have a place to go. And if you have a place to go, be grateful that you're able to contribute to those who don't have a place to go. You know, people always want to know, what happens when I give my offering? Well, there you go. We're 2 turkeys setting it all up. We're making it happen because the community needs and wants community with other people. This is God in action. People think it's a buffet for Thanksgiving. No, it's not. This is God expressing itself through stuffing. Pumpkin pie. Hey, do I hear an amen? Yeah, see, that's what I want to hear. But it didn't give you this life for your benefit. And that secret recipe that you hold in your head, that's not for you to hold in your head anymore. It's for you to share. Put it next to your deviled egg recipe. People will love you forever. Okay. The universal spirit never refuses anyone's approach. The doorway of God's kingdom is open to all who knock. The bread of life is given to all who ask. Let me stop there. The bread of life, more than just sustenance, more than just what we need, but what we desire, is always given to us for those who ask. But many times we fail to ask. We hope. That's not asking. We wish. That's not asking. Sometimes we negotiate with God. That's not asking. What does it say? Ask and ye shall receive. It doesn't say wish or bargain or hope. It says, yeah. And that's a hard thing for people to do. I know that. Because usually the person who feels like they're asking is feeling like they're judged for not having the ability to do what needs to be done, so asking makes them feel less than. So what can we do to help that? I know sometimes I ask for advice, and when I do, part of me goes, man, if I ask this question, I'm going to look stupid. So I won't ask for the help because I think people are going to think, they'll somehow judge me. When did we start acting that way? When did we stop being so civil with one another? And I remember as a kid, I was sharing with the first service that, we had a tractor that had a plow in front of it. That was the word, right? Plow. It had a plow in front of it, and it would snow, and my job was to clean off our driveway, and that's why I did that. And it was automatic that I would go to the little old lady across the street who struggled just to sweep her step up, and I would go and I would plow her driveway out. Not looking for compensation, not looking for money, but it was the thing you did. A lot of us don't even know who our neighbors are. Who lives 4 doors down from you? Do you really know them? No. When did we start doing that? When did we start creating distance between us and everyone else? And when did we stop doing those the protocol things that we did as kids? We just took care of the neighbors. You mowed the yard when they were on vacation. You took care of their dog, and you didn't report them because the dog ran loose. You ran and got the damn dog. Here, come on. When did we stop being like that? When did we stop doing those things and forgetting to be real human? And not looking for someone to be thankful or grateful that you did it, but you did it just because it's the right thing to do. And you also were able to accept when people helped you out. Instead of feeling like you always have to compensate them for their whatever. Not everybody's looking for that. What if we were the faith community that went out there and just, like William said, you help somebody with their groceries? I'll tell you a real story. I was at a wedding last week, and a man obviously had a stroke that was very debilitating, and his wife was with him, and he was struggling to get into the bathroom, and I know he did not want me to help him, but he was okay with his wife helping him. So I blocked the bathroom so that she could go in with him, and there was a big old line with all these guys trying to go. I'm like, nope. We have to take care of this person. Would you have thought to do that intuitively and instinctively? Maybe we need to start allowing ourselves to be that kind of givingness. And when we do that, not doing it because we know it's going to come back to us, but just do it, and you know what? The universe just works that way anyway. This Thanksgiving, make a commitment to practice saying, I appreciate you. And do it from the bottom of your heart. And every time you're graced by another's positive recognition of who you are, just, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It was really cool when Bud's video, how he appreciated just something that my mom said and felt this oneness with everything because someone said, I appreciate you. Isn't that cool? Think of the spiritual chain reaction we could have, especially because a lot of us are about to be with our families. Wow. They say the universe doesn't test you, right? It just allows you to practice your principles. Some of us will be practicing principle a lot over the next few weeks because the holidays are upon us. But imagine if you were to actually say to somebody, there's a line. There's a line that everybody that's in your life helped create your life, even the people you're angry at. They somehow had some hand in creating you and who you are today. And so I appreciate all those people who moved me in the direction of my good. I appreciate all those people who appeared to be working the opposite of my good because they brought to my attention things I needed to be and do to move through things. So when I can embrace that idea that I appreciate you and really mean it, and I can accept you saying it to me, then we'll have a Thanksgiving to remember. Let's work that out. So end your lesson. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. Please, would the ushers all come forward? And those of you that are live streaming, there's a number there for you. You can text your offering. You can always go also on the website, or you can call in your donation. So please support the live streaming so that we can continue to do this for you when
Before
you can't
we
be
do
here.
that, Laura, let's all say I appreciate you to the band and the singers.
I appreciate
you.
you.
We really do,
Yes,
don't we?
right,
You do a great
absolutely.
job.
We appreciate you.
Yes, that's such a large part of our Sunday service because it opens our hearts every week to receive the message. All right, so let's say our offertory prayer, please. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
Someone standing in the welfare line, off the freeway with a hunger sign. Someone stressing about to lose their mind. I gotta be thankful, thankful.
Someone just became a single mother.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone just lost a sister or brother. So important that we love one another. I gotta be thankful, thankful. Gotta take this time to say that I am thankful, thankful for every single breath that I take. I gotta be thankful, thankful.
Someone sitting in a prison cell, wasting away in our own private hell. Everybody's got their own story to tell, but we got to be thankful, thankful.
Man, I used to think I didn't have a lot. Now I realize just how much I've got. Now every day I'm gonna take the time and stop to be thankful, thankful.
I gotta take the time to say that I am thankful, thankful for every single breath that I take. I gotta be thankful, thankful. So easily could have been me. And if it had not been for grace and mercy, who knows where I'd be?
I've been riding on a roller coaster ride. Round and round, I've been upside down. Yeah. I'm here to tell you that the secret of life, I've gotta be thankful, thankful. We gotta take the time to say that we gotta be thankful, thankful for every little breath that we take. Oh yeah, thankful, yeah, thankful, 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 yeah, 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 thankful, thankful, oh yeah, thankful, thankful.
The whole CSL band and Barry the sound guy. Patrice Morris, everybody.
Thank you. All right. Yes, make sure you stop out and get a CD from Patrice and take her home with you today. Well, look who's here. So tell everyone your name and how long you've been here.
My name is Audrey Collier, and I've been here about 5 years.
Yes, and Audrey leads our yoga on Wednesday, so she's amazing, amazing. So we're very blessed. We very much appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. All right, let's bless our offering, please. We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. Please give it to Dale. Thank you, Audrey. Okay, so I would like to welcome our visitors. If you are here for the first time, please stand. Don't be bashful. We'd love to welcome you, and we also have a little gift for you. All right, welcome, welcome. Oh, right here too, Annie. Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here today. We've given you a card. Please take it to the foyer table. We have a little spiritual tool bag for you that we'd love to give you as a welcome gift. And if you're visiting the Valley for the holidays, please enjoy yourself. If you're from the Valley, please come back. We'd love for you to make this your spiritual home. So, especially those of you who are here for the first time, this part of our prayer team. Would all my practitioners and ministers please stand so we can acknowledge you and you can see who they are? This is part of the spiritual team here that we hold you in the consciousness. They're constantly praying and they're here for you anytime you need a practitioner. So please go over to the Om room if you're going through something so that they can pray with you. We do have miracles happen all the time. Don't forget this week, any of you that are in my book study, there's no book study this week. And because you can see it's kind of a light calendar, the office will be closed on Thursday, obviously, but don't forget the potluck. So if you want to go, please sign up for what you're going to bring so we make sure that we have enough tables, we have enough food and everything, okay? So please do that. Yahoo! Oh, yes, and we're going to be so grateful. Yes, you don't want to come here on the 8th and go and have everybody go, oh my God, you missed a great time. You want to be part of it. So be part of this celebration. You know, I told the first service, I could have done a boring doctorate thing, you know, where everybody comes in their robes and stuff. I said, no, let's combine it with the gala and let's have a fun time. That's what I want to experience. And I want to experience it with my spiritual family. So please join us for that. So, all right, let's just do a closing prayer. So, from that place of great gratitude, we recognize how truly, truly blessed we are and what an opportunity we have every moment, every day to express that appreciation, to see the people that are around us or even strangers just to smile, to say hello, to be helpful wherever we can. That's what we came here for. We came here to help one another. And so I know that each person here in this center is changing a life one heart at a time. And so during this season of Thanksgiving, we recognize that we know that what we focus on, what we are grateful for and recognize and truly feel that gratitude that even more good comes to us. So we know that everything that in our life, every person, every situation has brought us to who we are in this moment, right here and right now. And we recognize that. And so we so appreciate this center for the message that Dr. Joe shares with us to open our hearts and our minds to even more wonderful ways of being. And for this music that opens our heart every week, and our staff and ministers and practitioners that support us all during the week. So I just say thank you. I say thank you for each person here. I give great thanks for all the people in my life, my family, and people that I don't even remember anymore, but I know that they were there for me always. So I know that this is the truth. I know that all is well. I know that everything is unfolding perfectly. It is all good. It is all God. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Spirit, whoa. every day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
When spirit walks.
When spirit walks.
Spirit walks.
When spirit walks.
When my spirit walks.
When spirit walks.
Wash my sins away.
Oh, happy day.
Yes, it's a happy day.
Oh,